I'm American, but I speak a little Russian. A few years ago, I was in St. Petersburg and decided to buy tickets for a boat ride to Peterhof. All the signs at the ticket booth were in Russian, so I had no trouble reading the prices. However, it was obvious that I wasn't a local, so the sneaky ticket seller tried to charge me 3 times the actual price. In response to that blatant ripoff, I looked her straight in the eyes and in flawless Russian said, "But the sign clearly says that one ticket costs X." You should have seen her reaction. Her jaw practically dropped. Her coworker, who was sitting next to her, burst out laughing at the top of her lungs. I'm walking around Italy with a German friend, and I warn him in German, "Bro, maybe don't talk so much shit about people. You never know who might understand us here." A woman walking right next to us goes, "Yeah, for example, me." Lol. There was this little Chinese takeout place near our college campus where everyone spoke Chinese. Even though I speak Chinese too, I always talk to them in English because I'm a little self-conscious about my accent. I usually order rice with meat, but this time I already had cooked rice at home, so I stopped by just to get the meat. I went in, placed my order without rice, and paid. Then I heard the cashier yell to the kitchen staff in Chinese, "That fat ass just wants the meat, no rice." I heard it loud and clear, so I replied in Chinese, "That's right, I already have plenty of rice at home." Ever since then, they always give me an extra portion. And by the way, they didn't charge me a single cent for that order. My friend and I were trying to get home after a night of drinking, but it was a long ride and we were pretty broke. So we found 2 other women who were heading the same way and suggested splitting a taxi 4 ways. They agreed, we called a cab, and started driving. Then they suddenly switched to Swedish, not realizing that my friend is half Finnish and half Swedish. I can understand Swedish too, but at that point I was so drunk I honestly didn't care about anything. A text from my friend pops up. "They're not planning to pay for the taxi." I text back, "Maybe you should tell the driver." My friend turns to the driver and says, "Don't let these 2 out until they've paid their half." He got the hint, locked all the doors, and they ended up paying after all. I lived in South Korea for 3 years, but I barely learned any Korean. During that time, though, I became friends with a Korean woman who spoke fluent English. Everyone assumed she wasn't Korean because she was very tall and spoke English with a strong American accent she had picked up while studying in the US and New Zealand. Later, she enrolled in an international university in South Korea. Her professors assumed she didn't speak Korean, so they often made insulting remarks about her right in front of her. It made her feel awful, but she never let it show and put up with it for an entire year, until graduation. At the graduation ceremony, she walked onto the stage in front of 800 people and delivered her speech in flawless Korean. At one point, she casually reminded her professors how they had called her a foreign pig. According to people who were there, one of the professors burst into tears from embarrassment right on the spot. I just wish I could have seen it. When I was 16, I got a job at McDonald's and ended up working with a mostly Spanish-speaking crew. Nobody there realized that I spoke Spanish pretty well too. Every now and then, some of them would make some pretty rude comments about me in Spanish, and I just pretend I didn't understand. That went on for a few weeks until one day a manager came up to me and said that people valued him more than me because he spoke 2 languages. Without missing a beat, I replied in Spanish, "Nice, I speak 3." The look on his face when it finally sank in was priceless.